Okay. Did I push the wrong record? There's two options in it. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. All right, I've set Hart up with the 2 blocks, and then he has the blanket long, so it's underneath his feet. I'm going to sit on a bolster here just to be comfortable. This idea of having the hips higher than the knees, it's just a release for the hip flexors. It's quite lovely. And then, blessed solstice, we are here. And yesterday was not a very sunny day in Calgary, but today was going to be lovely. And it's a day to invoke ceremony. And like, it doesn't need to be anything more than before you take a drink, you pause, you bless your water, you put words into the water. It can be something as simple as that. I will be making a fire out in the backyard, not in the house, we don't have the fireplace, but in the backyard, and writing things down, burning them, picking up twigs and putting dreams into them, burning them. Like, it will just be a simple ceremony. I just wanted to share that because this is a potent day. Divine Harmony is the name of a astrologer that I follow a little bit. And she was saying that the energetics right now, I love to talk with the energies in the universe, are off the charts. That's what she said. And there's something to that. We spent most of our lives kind of just moving through these potent portal days. But here you are, you're in this day, and the solstice literally means stand still. So the sun is in our, it's not, but it is not really moving, or we're not moving, or however that works, until the 24th. And then things start to move down towards the opposite end of solstice. So potent days. And we're just going to feel into the energies today. This is a fire ceremony day with the fire of the sun. So we're just going to breathe into our fire centers. This place that right where the ribs join, the solar plexus, literally called the solar plexus. This is the solar center. So just as you sit, take your fingers, maybe explore that. Sometimes that area feels hard, and sometimes it can be a little painful, and just rub in, just feel whatever it is today, and that's how you get to know yourself. Good. And so we'll just let the eyes close as you continue to, massage, feel in. You can even walk your hands down the ribs, and you just kind of feel, it's my center. Oh, okay, center of the back. This is yours. And once we've kind of brought some activation to this place, let your hands rest with the palms facing up for a moment. Feeling the breath move here is the diaphragm, where it lives in its state of rest. And on your next inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, join the palms, bow your chin. The intention and the blessings of the fire within you and the fire around you, and the air, the water, everything balancing. Let your eyes drop, your jaw drop. Join all the forces. We chant Om together 3 times. Begin with an inhale. Om. Om. Resting in your fire, your water, your air, divine presence at this moment. Let your hands rest or keep them as they are. Feel yourself grounding as you are seated. So much of you resting on the floor, on the earth. Feeling your heart lift as if to lift towards the sun. And drop your shoulders. At this moment, you carry no cares, no worries. You are here. Letting your hands rest if they're still at your heart. And palms facing down. And staying in this position you're in with your eyes closed, start to breathe fully into your container of your center. And as you exhale, draw it in. Maybe you open your mouth and let the breath come out. Just feeling this activation, connecting to the breath, connecting to your core. Lengthen yourself a little taller. Okay, do one more. And then let the breath relax. Turn your palms to face up. Okay, we're going to add breath of fire. So if you need to adjust your legs, of course, do that. And so you might do it. We'll start slow. Let's start slow and then you can speed it up if you like. So could be this. So inhale. As you exhale, you open your mouth. You pump it in. And then you inhale. And then let everything relax. Inhale. Inhale. Last one. And let it go. And then normal breath. Okay, now I'm going to speed it up. Maybe hands might be helpful. You just hold them in here just to remind yourself where it is. You can keep them down if you prefer. Okay, and then I'm going to go fast. You go whatever pace. Inhale. And release. Normal breath. Feel, feel, feel. And we'll do one more round. Inhale. Release. And normal breath. Okay, great. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, I'm going to come up to standing, but it's going to, and if you want to keep sitting, it's fine. We're going to do this. So we're just going to open this area, move everything around. Okay. It can be, yes, whatever you prefer, you feel into your fire energy. Okay, and that's where the camera is going to land. I'm going to just open the legs apart, maybe give a little grounding, get it all. Here we go, body. Now I'm just dancing. All right, good. Well, those feels pretty good. And then take the arms and reach them up. Maybe lift up. Okay, I'm doing a little side to side. Okay, and then I'm going to take the arms. Maybe we'll go out to the sides to start. I'm just bending my knees for visuals. We'll inhale, and then exhale and turn. And just a couple times, like moving with your breath. And if you need to bend your knees, do that. I'm going to straighten my legs now, and it does change things a bit. And then I'm going to let the arms just go slack. So we can move with the breath. If you want to move the opposite leg, let that happen. And just kind of do this a few times. Oh, it's like you're giving yourself a pat on the back. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then just pause. feel, maybe the arms are gonna start, oh, the arms are just gonna float up. Okay, I'm gonna go with that, take them up. Then I'm gonna bend the elbow. So I'm in this little goalpost thing. And then that's gonna anchor a little more to here. Open your legs as far as you like. As you exhale, turn. This time, try and keep the feet stable so that it is happening here in the solar area. And then go as slow as you like, go a little faster. Maybe you do the breath, so it sounds like this. Ooh, fire dragons. And 5, 4, 3, and 1, and rest. So good. Okay, reach up. And this time as you exhale, it's just ragdoll our way down. So just come on down, take your hands to the floor, maybe rock the hips a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. Great. Well, we are going to come down and set up our props in a moment. But if you're here and you're just hanging, you're like, oh, that feels good. Then take a few moments, let yourself hang and rock on your feet. That will feel good. And good. Okay. Oh, take one more moment if you need it. And then find your way to your floor. Okay. I'm going to adjust the camera. All right. Okay, we're going to take 2 blocks. And I'm going to have the blocks on their lowest height. And I'm going to put them about middle of the mat. And then we'll take a blanket. And I'm just going to do like a rapid roll of the blanket. So you have, and it will go on top. Okay. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. And then you're going to decide if this is too much or not enough. The bolster is going to go let's say like that. Okay, that works. I'm going to move it up now so I have a little bit more room in front of me. We're going to sit on the bolster here. Here's what it's going to look like. I'm going to sit on the bolster. We're going to come over to the side. So I'm hoping this will hit you right at the underarm. And then this is it. And then you'll, adjust. Maybe you're going to go here. Maybe the legs are going to go here. You're going to play. So this is it. You want to feel a nice support under your chest. You're sitting on the bolster. If that's comfortable, if it's not comfortable, add some blankets. Are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll just take another blanket out and maybe put it here just for loving support. Okay. All right. I love Heart Smile when he gets into these and he gives me the smile. I'm like, okay. Okay. So here we are. And you'll just kind of take a few moments and settle. Okay, so if you want to adjust the legs, the bottom leg goes back a little bit and the top leg will come on top. And then just play with how the hips are. Okay. Great. So we're just looking for this, opening, it's a twist. Maybe it's a drop. Okay. I'm going to keep the knees together. I feel that's what's going to happen here. Okay. And then if this works for you, great. You can go here. Maybe you grab the top arm, give it a gentle hug. Okay. And knowing that no pose is ever static. We come into these positions and then we want to play. So you might rock your body forward and back and feel what transpires. Too much for the head, blankets in between your shoulders and your head. Otherwise, we're just going to let everything be here. Okay, so take your time to settle. Once you're settled, and you feel things are starting to open, and just reminding yourself of your solar center and creating space on the side that's open. Okay, get that top arm over, it can stay there, but if it starts to not feel so great, you could just pop it behind your back. And then we also get that opening of the shoulder. You can play with whatever feels okay. So we're here for another 3 or so breaths. And we're going to change this so slightly just by moving ourselves up so that the props are now going to come more into the bottom part of the ribs. So you'll just come up, maybe adjust yourself, just come up so that now it's like come down a little more and see how that is. See how that is. How that is. You get a deeper opening. And, if that's no good, back up. Create for yourself this space to open. Okay. And then the top leg might go back a little bit. You see how that is, or you switch. Be playful. Feel good. Sometimes it's beyond what feels good, but where am I going to get the most benefit? With joy and with love. And coming back to that expanded breath once you've settled. So again, if that top arm is too much overhead, just pop it behind. Okay, final 3 breaths. However you want to do it. And then lovingly walk yourself up. Good. Okay. Let's just maybe turn for a moment. You could just sit on your bolster on the floor and let's just feel the 2 sides. Okay. Good. And then we'll take the second side. I'm going to switch my props around just so I'm facing you. You're just going to turn around. Okay, and starting with the bolster, so you're sitting on it and it's just underneath the underarm as you come down. Find that. And then, take a moment, maybe you rock, adjust your legs, and maybe you drop all the way in. Just letting that, let gravity do what it wants to do. Just relinquishing your holding. Allow the unfolding. Ooh. We did this major landscape last summer when we took out the front lawn and planted all these plants, and half of them we had no idea what they were going to do because they came in so late, but just watching the garden unfold in its own time. I know you all have your garden spaces. Maybe the arm comes behind the back. Final 3 breaths. It's just a reminder that nature unfolds in its own time. And sometimes when we do a practice like this, it's like, just starting to let go and it's time to come out. Unfolding in its own time. Okay, I'm going to come up and make way to the second part. We're going to take the blocks down a little bit more. But now you're opening right underneath. So, oh yeah. And then take your time, feel. Just all the way down. Yes. Oh yeah. And the legs might stay together. Play it. Rock if it feels good. That's how often we get into these places. Deep opening for the side body. It's coming through, you're softening. You're breathing. You're releasing. Maybe the arm comes back for a few moments. Some shoulder dropping in there. Releasing hip flexor. You can. And 3 more. Really intentional breaths. Walking yourself up really slowly. Everything comes back and not as quickly as it used to. And take a moment, sitting. I just went to the knees bent. It feels good. Just pause and feel. Okay. Well, here's the next one, and it's lying back, and it does bring a big drop. So I'm just going to show it first. So I'm sitting on the bolster. Take it back, and then here's, the head might come down. It's like a full, it feels really good for me, but might not be great for everyone. Obviously, if your head doesn't want to go back that far. So you could make this smaller, not obviously. I was going to say, I don't remember what I was going to say, but you could make that height smaller, and you can also add some props there. But if you're okay here, hands behind your head, you can hold the head, lift the hips up a little bit and just wiggle from side to side and drop in and we'll feel. You can start to drop the head back or you just hold it. You can let the shoulders go. For some of you, the head might drop back and the arms will come overhead or out to the side. Maybe your legs want to straighten. You're just walking the steps. Okay, so whatever pose you're in, you're going to come out when you need to. You're going to drop in here for about another 8 breaths or so. Just feeling this back bend, head dropping, which for me is okay. Day to day, I should say. That's the thing too. Like every day is so different. And if you're still in it, then you'll come out by lifting your head first, so the little neck muscles don't have to do anything. Hands down, bend your knees and come up. And just sit any way that feels good. Just let that expansion just come in. Just gonna bring the cross back so you stay as you are. You're good. Okay. Perfect. So from here, we're going to turn around. And you're still sitting on your bolster. Here's the pose. So I have the bolster underneath the sacrum. I'm going to put the feet. Okay. There it is. That feels nice. I'm snuggling in. But you can always back off the bolster, have your back on the floor. Feel what feels good. And maybe you want to see what happens if you straighten the legs. That nice. Okay. You take the hands and just rest them in the solar center area. Maybe I'll give them the right little massage, circling. And then just resting the hands there. So knees bent, legs straight, either way. does change the angle in the drop. So whatever feels good. Okay. So this is the pose, and you stay here. If you want to go a little deeper with me, I'm going to bring the knees into the chest and maybe wiggle back, find a place here where I can draw them in and I get this little lift. Bolster is still, just above the sacrum. Just rock the knees in and out. And it is a gentle pumping or massaging for the solar area. Maybe it's a bit of cat and cow. Okay, dropping in, I'm going to start to straighten the legs, and they might go straight up to the sky. They might stay bent. They might start to make their way overhead. And just kind of feel what bus stop or where can you rest. And then wherever you are here, you drop in. Now I have the thighs resting on the belly, so I have a little extra weight there. Legs up in the air, awesome. Feet on the bolster, equally awesome. Pose and fold. All just different variations of receiving gravity. Okay, and we'll start to come out. You're going to bring the feet back on the bolster. And then we're going to lift and lower the hips a few times. So you can take the arms down, or maybe you bend with the forearms. You can really anchor the upper shoulders down. And start to lift up, down, lower, just nice and slow. You're just moving. Oh, look at this. Feet on bolster feels nice. Support of your props. Tush has a nice landing. Okay, I'm going to do two more. Also working your solar center. Everything around. Okay, and then come down. I'm going to drop the feet on either side of the bolster or the props. Bring the knees together. Pigeon toe your feet slightly. Take a few breaths here. Okay, one more. Okay, so you can feel how your hip flexors are drawing in with the thighs together here. And separate the knees. Placing the feet back on the bolster. I'm going to go to cross-legged. You see how that is? Feels good. Great. Hang out here for a few moments. Nice open hips. Baddha Konasana works for you here, and it's going to be a big drop. So that you could stay in Baddha Konasana the whole time. Otherwise, we're going to spend a few moments here with this cross, and then we'll change cross. So whichever one. Receiving this fullness and opening of the breath. Okay, so in this place, I'm going to add breath of fire. You might go very slow, pumping, or you might go fast, whichever one. Release. Change the cross of your legs. Normal breathing. And bringing in your breath of fire. Release. Normal breath. Okay, and then placing the feet on the floor. I'm gonna roll off the bolster, so maybe one foot comes over, just roll over and come up. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the same setup, might fix it a little bit. So this time we're gonna sit on this side and we're gonna lie down, and hopefully we get this support underneath the chest. So this is how it's gonna look. Come up on the edge of the bolster. And then I walk the hands back. I'll lift the sacrum, so it kind of tucks in there, and then come down. And again, give you more support under your head. Oh, this feels great. And then the shoulders are supported. My head's on the floor. Might walk the feet out. Might do some windshield wiper. Just rock your knees in and out. Once you're in, just what can I do here? Wiggle the hips. Okay, again, you can always adjust the height. Make it less. The beauty of the props. Prop build practice. The more we use them, the more you get to know them. And my good friends, my good friend Block. I know you guys who are all here, you have a relationship with your props. There's a relationship with your mat. There's a relationship with your practice. I often say, I've been in this yoga practice longer than I've been married to. My longest relationship. Okay, if you like to stretch the legs out and take the arms overhead, like it's like a little back bend, and play with that for a few moments. Prop your head up if you like, your hands. If your feet are extended, maybe you move the toes in and out. On the leg. Playfully curious. Okay, I'm just going to drop in for the next 5 breaths. Let whatever shape you're in be your place of greatest support, greatest release. Accessing the flow of your breath. Depending on how you are, with the shape I'm in with the legs stretched out, I feel this big opening right in the solar center, that full space there. And embrace it with the breath. Okay, and then we'll come out, we'll bend the knees. It might be easier to kind of wiggle yourself back than to try and come sitting up, or once you come back, you can roll to one side and come up. Okay, and then I'm just going to sit in front of this, just as is, with the legs out. Just get a little leg stretchy moment here. And okay. Oh, there's so much potency within you. When you do something like this, where you're just releasing that which is within. Reminder, creating the power of creating space. Okay, so here's the next one, and I'm going to sit on the bolster. Now I'm just going to show it 2 ways. So this for me is great. That might not be great for everybody, but it feels pretty nice for me. It could also be like a child's pose. Just so maybe we rest the chest on this. Let's see what feels okay for you. And then you're going to move your props. You need some more support for your head. Put it in. You can always do the same thing we did the other day, where you just prop the bolster up, and it's not the same thing because I'm supporting the chest, but you find what works today. Yesterday I did my class with my Winnipeg family, and they did a partner yoga class, and Art was busy, so it was just me. And just enjoyed the class and did my own thing, and it was potent and playful. Okay, so you can support your head, of course. Maybe Adjust what you need to do to support your head, or just let it drop. And you might get your chin to rest on the bolster. Just breathing into your back body, whatever shape you're in. So however you placed your legs, without forcing anything, just can you soften the legs, the backs of the legs if you're out in the position I'm in, or whatever it is, just can you receive the grounding? Can you feel the earth, contact of the earth, sitting on the bolster, that counts, let that all drop. And the more that you can tap into that, then you feel the element of air. But the breath is playing with that, it's inviting that. Out of there, and receive the grounding. And moving to our final 5 or so breaths. You can come up anytime, just be in your sit. When you're here, dropping in a little more. You're literally irrigating yourself. There's the element of water. And so coming up and just sit for a moment here, change the position, just be with that. And it's softening. Just release. Just gonna come off the props. Okay, so same setup. I'm gonna just move the bolster now so we have this teeter-totter at the center. Might pull in a little bit. And we're gonna do that same pose we did at the very beginning. This time we're not sitting on the bolster. So the props might, you might pull the blocks in a little bit. You're gonna find that we're getting this, oh. Okay, so it's lower. And even like, this is me just, I take my hands, I'm kind of pushing it, taking the ribs, I got the middle ribs there. The hips might be lifting a little bit. So I am teeter-tottering myself. I can feel the shoulders, it's resting. Hips might be just not really grounded. Okay. And then the rocking might come in, that's a nice thing to do if it works. And the top arm, if it's overhead, maybe it comes back a little bit. Bigger opening. And then like you're like a sunflower. If you can I turn the heart, my face to where I feel like the sun might be at this time. You always put the arm back too. Okay, I'm just gonna do some gentle breath of fire-ish. So a nice big inhale. Open your mouth. Let's do 3. We're going to come up. Just walk yourself up. Place your hands. Don't come all the way up. Turn. This one. I'm just going to take the, maybe elbows on the bolster supporting your head. One hip, just kind of playing with this twisty. Use the bolster. So when you use your hands to just rock yourself in. Twisting here, right at the center. One nice big breath in. Breathe out. Come out. Pause for a moment, just to sit. I'm going to change the cross of the legs. Do the same one every time. So feel. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. Props are good. We'll pull them in, out. And we gotta take the hands and just lengthening, getting as much as I can. So I receive this deep opening. Play with wherever you are. A little bit of movement, softening, feeling, oh, that's my sore side, maybe. So how can you take care of yourself and also invite in healing into these parts? Tapping into the element of earth, and the element of air. Your inner sunflower looking for sunlight, maybe the face. Irrigating yourself with the waters within, inviting in that free flow, that healthy flow you were gifted at birth. Also reminding you that aging means drying out, literally desiccating. So, as I said at the beginning, if you drink water today, when you drink your tea, whatever you're drinking, take a moment to bless it. Just going to move the arm behind the back for the next 2 or 3 breaths, and we'll bring in that breath of fire for them. Let's inhale. Taking your hands down and coming up a little bit, we're going to move into the twist side. So turning, finding, freeing. Use your hands. And maybe drive this a little bit of extra. You find your place here. And the head can come down, but maybe it doesn't. And soften and relax, whichever way you can here. I'm still pushing that hand away, just getting a little deeper in the twist. And feeling the breath. You're going to force it into parts unknown or unquenched. Nice big breath in, and start to take yourself out. And again, just sitting in whatever way feels good. We'll take Baddha Konasana this time. Just feel. We'll set up for Shavasana. I go, because I look at my wall, I'm like, legs up the wall. But, this is what I was thinking. I am going to do legs up the wall. If I look at it, it's here, I'm going to do it. But, maybe your setup today is going to be a little bit of a waterfall. So if you want to do legs up the wall, great. And not, then great. And then this would be for your heart. You use the bolster for the knees and maybe another blanket for your head. Just this little waterfall, just to get into that, little baby, with the heart lifting and So they call it waterfall. Heels on the floor, knees supported, hips down, chest lifted, head down, and hopefully that feels really nice. And legs up the wall, and then move into that halfway. I'll let you know what halfway is. So, friends, take your time, make it lovely. Just support yourself in this sacred rest, and it is sacred on a high holy day like today. Even more so that we take time to rest into the energies. The energies are potent, they are real. You know, people who live in rainy cities, they have more depression. You know, I always like, and most of us like the rain, makes us feel good, but it affects everybody so differently. What does that mean? That's energetics. That's what it means. The energetics in the atmosphere affect us all differently. There's a reason people leave Winnipeg in the middle of winter. Don't have to do it here the same way. You need a break, you need some sun, you need that high energy. Let yourself rest. Whatever place you placed your body, go big breath and then it really is a drawing into the center. Let the top half, the bottom half, the brain, the feet, everything know that we are creating sacred time to rest into our own selves, our own nature. Animals know to rest. No one has to tell a dog to take a nap. He knows. Honoring what is. Strap. Feel your body as the banks of the river, a sacred container holding all within. The river within you, the sacred waters, the breath, the organs. Sometimes I've heard them described as like aquatic animals living within you, and just being bathed with the fluid, the buoyancy within. Your inner aquarium, inner ocean. Feel into those places you still hold tension. Backs of your eyes. The root of your tongue. Base of your throat. The back of your heart. Pelvic floor. The backs of your knees. The soles of your Staying, shape your in, shifting into a lying down shavasana if you wish. Becoming aware of your body resting. Spending a few breaths, releasing that you can more deeply. Guiding your awareness to the expansion of breath within, breath without. For the next few moments, tapping into the sacred blessing of breath. Gift of full breath and full exhale. And staying in your rest or beginning to invite in movements in a way that feels very natural. With a few loving moments with yourself. Resting on your side for a few moments whenever you get there. So letting the weight of whatever you're carrying, just feel it drop off. come up lighter, freer. And then we pause and feel the sacred energetic surrounding you. As within as without, as above as below. As the universe, so the soul. You might even imagine the energies of the sun, the highest peak, is pouring into you. The crown of your head, all the way down, grounding you. As you take a nice big breath in, lift your heart. You exhale, joining the energies of your palms, the energetics of your heart. I feel so much energy here right now, bringing the hands together. And seal this practice with one Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale your breath. Exhale into your hands. Bow your chin. Everything you need is here. Consciously put it there. If you're not sure, and then offer it. Peace, love, joy. Peace, love, joy, good health, abundant wealth. Namaste, friends. Thank you. Enjoy this blessed day. Every day is a blessing. Take this one in. All right. Thank you.